Okay, quiz review. Okay, we will be setting this up. One thing you're going to want to put on a blank sheet of paper, each X goes that way. Each number go this way. That's your saving grace. Okay. As the solutions run that direction. Okay, here's example 1. Okay, we got x minus 6 greater than or equal to -4. So I have just one symbol, don't need the table. Okay. Wall, 1 dot circle. That 1's positive, the 1 is positive, so the sign stays the same. So we get rid of that 6, you have to add 6 first. Somebody asked me the other day, they asked a good question, when does a sign really flip? If it does, not till you divide, okay? When I'm adding, subtracting, I kind of just line it up. So that's 2, won't use a calculator if you don't know, and then divide by your 1. Now you come here because the x is by itself. So x is in front of the symbol, 2 divided by 1 is 2. So it's just 2. Eats the x, goes this way. Okay, example 2. 8 greater than x plus 2. Okay, so wall, 1 dot circle. The 1's positive, so the sign will stay the same. Okay, you need to get rid of the plus 2, so I'm minus 2, and then from the 2. So line up your, when you're adding and subtracting, you just line up the sign. So that's 6, 1 dot x. Now I just go to the dividing by. Now that's 6, but keep in mind that x is after the symbol, so you keep it after the symbol. Keep it lined up after the symbol. 6 divided by 1, 6. Because we got the game plan here where if it eats a number, it's going back that way. So I don't really care that x didn't come before it. Okay. You don't need to label these necessarily. I care more about labeling the ones where there's 2 numbers. Okay, example 3. -3x less than or equal to 24. Number line. Wall dot circle. That multiplying number looks negative to me, so that sign needs to change, and I can go right to division. So I put x in front of the symbol. 24 divided by -3 is -8. You put x in front of the symbol on this one because it's before the symbol. It's lined up before the symbol. Don't knock it out of alignment. You want to keep it lined up. Eats x going this way. Okay. Example 4. And if you needed to label it, you just copy that on top of it, pretty much. Okay, next one. I'll have some people that work is not hard. Okay. Now the reason I'm circling 1.x, 1.x, -3.x, because that's a multiplication operation. This I have a division operation, so I don't put a dot, I circle the division. Okay. Now that's a negative, so that sign will flip. I just need to multiply. Okay, so I have x in front of the symbol, keep it lined up, and over here we now take -3 times 2, that's -6. Okay, so I've got -6, circle, fill it. Eats a number, so it goes this way. So x could be any number going that way, so forth. Now don't write this down, I'm just showing you. So -9 would be there, okay? So if I substituted -9 for x, divided it by -3, that's 3. 3 is bigger than 2, it eats 3, okay? Now, if I would pick +9, that's not going to work. Don't do this crap. 9 divided by -3 is -3. Well, that's eating the wrong number. Okay, let's eat the bigger number. Positives are always bigger than negatives. Okay, next problem. Again, that last problem, it means what number divided by negative 3 is 2? So you multiply to find out, okay? But if the dividing number is negative, the 3, you flip the sign. Okay, example 5. 5x plus 6 greater than 3x minus 2. Okay, I do not know what I'm going to do with my sign because there are two different x's within the inequality. They're on opposite sides, so I'm going to get rid of the smaller one, take it to 0. So subtract 3x, line the sign up, you got 2x plus 6, and then over here that's a negative 2. Now I know what to do with my sign because I know what the x is. It's positive 2. So greater, it stays the same. Now we got a step in the middle, minus 6, that gives me negative 8, and then 2 dot x. Now it's dividing time by 2. X is lined up in front of the symbol, so you keep it lined up. Negative 4. Eats the x, goes this way. Okay, my next problem, 5x plus 6 greater than 3x minus 2. No, I just did that problem. That was stupid. Okay. 45 plus 3x less than or equal to 2, 6x plus 18. Obviously I have a parentheses, so we need to be multiplying through the parentheses. Okay, so 2 times 6x times 18, so it's 12x, 36. So I line up the symbol, and over here I now have 12x plus 36. Nothing else over there. And I have 45 plus 3x over there. Okay, again, we still don't know what to do with the sign because I have an x here and x here. They're on opposite sides, so take that 3, since it's smaller, get it to 0 by minusing from the 12x. So line up your symbol. You have 45 by itself over there, and then 9x plus 36. Okay, so wall, dot, circle. Now I know what's going to happen to the sign. It's going to stay the same because the 9's positive. Now I get rid of the 36. Line up the sign, that's negative 9, and then I'm finally down to the 9 dot x on that side. So I divide by 9. Now negative 9 divided by 9 is negative 1, but keep in mind the x is lined up after the symbol, so keep it lined up after the symbol and you put your negative 1 over there. Now I realize that's a less than, but it eats x, so it still goes that way. That never changes. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Okay. Okay, next problem. There are 4 boxes for a reason here. Negative 4 less than or equal to 2x minus 6 less than or equal to 10. Now we need the table. We need the table because there's 2 signs. Okay. And the number line will come after the table. Okay, so on one side of the table, I put negative 4, 2x minus 6. The other side, I take the 2x minus 6, the middle, and then line that up with my 10. Okay, now I solve them separately. Wall, dot, circle, that's positive. We will not change the sign. We do have to get rid of the negative 6 though in between. So I plus 6, plus 6. We got 2 dot x over there. Negative 4 plus 6 is 2. Now it's time to divide by 2. I have x after the symbol. You keep it lined up where it's at. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, and then over here. Same thing, multiplier is positive. Negative 6, you want to add 6, so there's that step in between. 10 plus 6 is 16. Then divide by 2, and you have x in front of the symbol. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Okay, so I'm plotting 1 and 8. Again, when you see those double signs, you need to be using the number line. So 1 and 8. Eats x this way, so I think that one's going to go back the other way. So we have a compound 1, 8. Eat the 8, do not eat the 1. Okay, and there's only one problem on the next part we're going to do because we need the workspace. Example 8, negative 3x less than or equal to negative 15, or 2x less than negative 12. Like the last problem, we have two double inequalities. So we make our table and the number line after it. So negative 3x less than or equal to negative 15. Then over here, I don't do the overlapping circles. I just go 2x less than negative 12. And I solve them each separately, okay? That's a negative multiplier, so that sign's changing. And I go straight for the jugular. So we have x in front of the symbol, and that ends up as 5. Positive multiplier, sign will stay the same. I go right for the jugular. X before the symbol, negative 6. So 5 and negative 6. Eats x that way. Eats a number back the other way. Okay, so they go out. That's an OR graph. So x greater than or equal to 5, x less than negative 6. Okay, story problem time. Number 9. As a salesman, I have an earning goal of $500. I am selling adult tickets to a play for $6. I'm also selling student tickets for $4. Student tickets are sold out. I have sold 55 student tickets. Write and solve an inequality that represents how many adult tickets I can sell to meet my goal. Now, write and solve an inequality means I'm using inequality symbols. I see the word goal, okay? The word goal means we're using this, okay? So goal. Goal's $500. Now you need to come up top of the problem, up top here. What are the two money amounts that get there, okay? $6 and $4. What's the $6 for? Adult tickets. What's the $4 for? Student tickets. Now, we know one of these, okay? 55 is student tickets, so put your 55, and you're able to multiply 4 by 55, okay? 4 times 55 is 220. 6 times A is just 6A. So down here I write 6A plus 220. It doesn't matter what letter you use either. Then you solve it, okay? Just a number line. Wall, dot, circle, sign will not flip. There's a step in the middle where I minus the 220. That's 280. Then 6 dot A. Then I divide by 6. I've got A. 280 divided by 6. Just round that to 47. Okay. So 47 eats the letter going that way. Okay. 47 or more reaches the goal. Okay, number 10, I have. Have means the sign flips around. You can't go over it. I have 700 feet of fence to put around all 4 sides of a rectangular food plot. The width of the food plot is 150 feet. Write and solve an inequality that represents the possible lengths of the food plot so that I have enough fence. Okay, 700 feet. Now you got to draw a picture on this one. Okay. Length, length, width, width. So I'm putting this 700 feet around all 4 sides. Well, 2 of those sides are W, 2 of them are L. Now we're given one of them. It says the width of the food plot's 150 feet. So get the W out and put 150. So that's 300, and that's 2L. So write your 2L first plus 300. Dot circle. Minus your 300. It's going to be 400, and then 2 dot L. By the way, number line will be needed. Sign will not change. They don't on story problems. Then I divide by 2. 400 divided by 2 is 200. Okay? So you can be, your length can be 200 feet or less to get that fence around the whole thing. If it's more, you don't have enough fence. Eats the number, so that way. Okay, number 11, last problem. In history class, my goal is to get an average of 92 on my tests. So far, I've scored 96, 98, and 87. Write and solve an inequality that represents the possible scores I can get on my next test and meet my goal. So there's that word goal again. Greater than or equal to 92. Now here's how we orchestrate an average expression. First off, you need to divide. How many tests have you taken? 3, but you're about to take another one, so that's 4. Okay? Alright, so first off, I've got 96 plus 98 plus 87, but there's got to be a fourth one up here, which I don't have a number for, so X. No, it's not 92. That's your goal. Okay, now simplify that. You write your X first, then you add all of them that you know. 281. Okay, then that's what we write down here. X plus 281 over 4. Now you're going to want to put a parenthesis around that because that tells me we have to get rid of the 4. Now it means divided by 4. So what I do to get rid of the dividing by 4 is multiply it to the other side. Just cross it out, multiply it to the other side. The opposite of divide to multiply. If the operation goes to the other side, we're doing the opposite. Now the parentheses I can forget about. When a whole parentheses is divided, you need to multiply that to the other side so it goes away. Okay, 92 times 4, 368. So now I can solve it like normal. It stays the same. It's positive, got a step in between, so minus 281, minus 281, so 1 dot x. So 368 minus 281 is 87. Divide by 1, I get 87. Okay. So plot your solution. Circle, fill it, eats the x, goes this way. So you can get 87 or greater. So again, you're great. You set the goal at 92. Taking 4 tests, one of which is x divided by 4. Then add those. Okay. So you get x plus 281 over 4. Now, you need to get rid of that dividing number. You just cross it out and you do the opposite on the other side. Times 4, 368. Now I can do the 1 dot circle and go from there.